Hi, everyone. I am so excited to get this chance to speak to you. Just to get the conversation going, please give me a show of hands of how many of you have businesses or have thought of maybe in 5 years from now they'll start a business. Oh, that's great. It's always good to know that you're not talking to yourself. So I'm really excited to see that. Okay, so a bit about me. I'm an entrepreneur, and I have a media company that deals directly with entrepreneurs. So we create shows, online, digital, and television and in-flight shows about young entrepreneurs around the continent. So recently, we've been doing some stats and just looking at the business failure rate to find that it's about 90%, which literally means like if you start a business today, it won't be around tomorrow. So what we wanted to do is like see what are entrepreneurs doing that is kind of just helping them to lose a business. So bear with me. I know the name sounds very interesting, but I think it's exciting. So let's get started. So the first part is using more than 140 characters to basically tell your story. And what I like about this first point is that I'm an example of this. When we started the company, we were so excited. We would get into meetings and the vision, the mission, we would break it down for the client. And they were like, oh, that's so inspiring. But the challenge is, after the conversation, they didn't know how to give us money. They'd be like, okay, so are you an NPO, an NGO, what are you? And we're like, no, we want your money. Don't get confused by that. I mean, it got to the extent, if you have eyes to see, you can see I'm a BEE scorecard, so money should chase me. But so we were sitting in a meeting with the NYDA. So the company is currently in growth phase, and we had to make some investment decisions. But we didn't want to pay for it ourselves. So we went to the NYDA, and they're like, look, we love what you're doing, but we don't know what it is that you do. And we sat back and we said, no, we're doing something wrong. Why don't we just get straight to it? And we realized that we sell stories for young entrepreneurs. That's it. We sell stories. And as soon as we did that, two things happened. One, clients located us. It's so simple. If you sell potato chips, just say you sell potato chips, and the people who want potato chips will find you. On the other hand, it streamlined our operations. We knew exactly what we needed to do to make sure that we get money into the business. So keep it succinct, get straight to it, and yeah, it should work out for you. The second point has to do with networking. I like that you guys like my slides. My friends don't think I'm funny, so I like that you guys are laughing. The second point is to do with networking, and a lot of us tend to be very selfish. We live in quite a selfish world. But what I want to get through to you today is firstly two things. The first thing about networking is that it's not working. Like attending an event to socialize is attending an event to socialize. It's not working. But what we do in our company is we draw up a list of people, individuals that we feel are necessary for us to meet to take our company to the next level. And then we attend only those events. Everything else is socializing. And what we do once we get there is we make it about that person. We don't make it about ourselves. We invest in the people. Because the type of people that you're probably trying to engage with have another 20,000 people trying to engage with them in the same manner. So what we do is that we make it about them. I have a mentor who's pretty phenomenal. And I had to bump into him in Malaysia just to get 10 minutes of his time. And while we were walking in the streets of this city, what happened was, so you can imagine CNN is trying to get his attention. BBC is like, oh, Jeff, just 2 minutes of your time, just 2 minutes. And there's this entrepreneur who really wanted Jeff's time. I wanted to reenact this for you guys, but I was told I was a horrible actress. But can I? Yeah. I am. Yay. So this entrepreneur is like, Jeff, I just want 2 minutes of your time. And his blazer was flying all over the place. And that was my British accent, by the way. And Jeff he turns around and he literally gives him 2 minutes of his time, which is exactly what he asked for. And in that moment, Jeff forgot about him. He continued with his life, and I was still part of it, and that entrepreneur was not. What was different between us? From the moment I met Jeff, I never asked him for a favor, simply because I know 10 years from now, I'm going to ask him for the cell phone number of the president. So I'm saving that. But that entrepreneur used his card quickly. He made it about himself, and he made himself forgettable. Practically, in a business meeting, make it about the person. If you know they're not from the city, take them out, show them something different, do something different, invest in them. And what you'll do, fine, it might not close the deal, but what you'll do is make yourself memorable. Half the people who we don't close deals with, come back and help us get another deal. So it's very important not to be selfish. The third point is really thinking like a child, rather not thinking like a 50-year-old. So how many of you have access to 5-year-olds somewhere in the world? Yay. This is my 5-year-old. So is my niece. She keeps me on the edge of my seat. I mean, I spent 10 minutes with her, and it literally made me feel like there was no purpose to my life. She does this thing, which all 5-year-olds do, is ask the question why. They ask why. And I feel like as entrepreneurs or potential entrepreneurs, we look at our environments and we ask why. And we see something not working out and we say, why is this not working out? Why is there no solution for this problem? Then we go out there and create it, right? But somehow along the line we get comfortable and stop asking why. And somehow we start assuming that the business systems and operations and the people that we had when we started the company are exactly what we need as we grow the company, which doesn't make sense. One of the favorite entrepreneurs that we've ever profiled, her name is Amy, and she dared to ask why. She dared to ask why in the most uncomfortable way. She asked why when she was looking even at her team. And what happened was she bought them out. She realized that she could take the business further, quicker, just by herself. Today, her company, her ideas are global. They're available in over 11 countries around the world simply because she asked why. And guess who's on her team? Herself and a PA. I mean, she pretends it's a team when she gets a call. It goes like this. If someone calls, hi, we're looking for the finance department, she goes, hello? So ask why. Do it for the business. It will take you faster, further. The fourth point deals with cash flow. And you hear it a lot. Entrepreneurs complain about cash flow. And I feel like what we do is stay connected, stay dependent on plan A. From a business perspective, our plan A only kicked in 2 weeks ago. And if we had been dependent on plan A, our business would have been one of those 90% businesses. So the idea is diversify the interest. Find a way to be creative about that one idea and create multiple streams of income for that one idea. Create a plan A, a plan B, a C, and D, so that if plan A doesn't work out, your business doesn't have to go down. We are certain one day it's going to work out. It's just about gearing for today, protecting your business for today. So diversify your interest. The fourth part, which I love, let it go. Sorry about my music career. The fifth part is about being afraid of your mistakes. What I love about all the speakers tonight spoke about owning your story. If you watch television, if you notice branding and advertising, everyone is dealing with storytelling. Why? Because as humans, we're connected to each other. People invest in people, not robots, not computers. They invest in people. So what they're looking for are things, ideas that connect with them. And what I love most is that your personal story is what sets you apart from your competitors, even your mistakes. Your mistakes make you human. Your mistakes make you real. As a company, we made a huge mistake with one of our key clients. And we went back and we said, we're sorry, we owned it. And we said, let's grow back together. Let's continue together. What that did is give our client the opportunity not to just invest in us financially, but also emotionally. And in that moment, we bought loyalty for a very long time. So don't be afraid of your mistakes. They're what set you apart. They're what make you human. turn it around, own that story, and make it work for your business. So, in conclusion, what I want you to take away from today is realizing that it's doable. You don't have to be part of the 90%, and a lot of the time, it's just things that you would normally do. So own your mistakes and learn from them. Ask the questions why. Don't be selfish. And again, just get straight to the point. Thank you for your time.